What you are about to see should not exist. In one of the hottest places on Earth, a massive pumpkin is growing. Not small, not normal, but giant, resting on dry sand, under extreme heat, in the middle of the Sahara Desert. This makes no sense, because pumpkins need a water, a nutrients, a soft soil. But here, there is nothing. No rain, no rivers, no life. And yet, this giant pumpkin exists. Some of them weigh over 100 kilograms. Their skin is thick. Their color is bright orange. Their size, unbelievable. Scientists were shocked, because pumpkins usually grow in farms, cool environments, rich soil, not deserts, never deserts. So how did this happen? How did a giant pumpkin survive where nothing else can? Because if this is real, it could change farming forever. Before we go back to the beginning, answer this. Do you think this is real? Comment real or fake backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because what you're about to see next is even more unbelievable. Before the giant pumpkins, there was nothing, only sand, endless sand. This part of the Sahara Desert had not grown crops for centuries. No water, no rain, no life. Temperatures reached 50 degrees Celsius. The ground was dry, hard, almost lifeless. Pumpkins are not desert plants. They need a moist soil, a regular watering, a nutrients. But here, there was none of that. Phil, scientists chose this exact location. Why? Because they wanted to test the impossible. Could something grow here? Could life return to this land? Or would the desert win again? They marked the ground, prepared the area, and stood in silence, because this was the starting point. Day 1. No plants, no green, just pure desert. But sometimes, the most lifeless places hide the biggest surprises. Before we move forward, be honest. Do you think anything can grow here? Comment no chance or maybe backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next, they begin transforming the desert. Sand cannot grow pumpkins. It holds no nutrients, no moisture, no life. So the first step was to change the ground. In the middle of the Sahara Desert, scientists began digging long trenches, deep into the dry sand. Layer by layer, the lifeless surface was removed. Then came something unusual. Dark soil, rich, heavy, full of nutrients. This soil was brought from outside the desert, because pumpkins need a nitrogen, organic matter, a moisture retention. The black soil was poured into the trenches, carefully spread, evenly balanced. Now the desert had something new, a foundation for life. But soil alone was not enough. Water was still missing. So they installed a system. Black drip irrigation pipes, hidden under the soil, slowly releasing water, drop by drop by drop. This method saved water and protected the roots, because pumpkins cannot survive sudden flooding. They need steady moisture. No. For the first time, this part of the desert had a nutrient-rich soil, a controlled water, a prepared land. Everything was ready. But the real test had not started yet, because next, they would plant the seeds. Before we move on, do you think soil alone can change a desert? Comment yes or no backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next step is where life begins. The land was ready. The soil was rich. Water was flowing. Now came the most important step, planting the seeds. Not just any seeds, pumpkin seeds, carefully selected, because not all pumpkins can grow large. Some varieties are known for size, strength, fast growth. Each seed was placed into the dark soil, one by one, not too deep, not too shallow. Spacing was important, because pumpkins need room to expand. Their vines spread wide, across the ground. Then came water, slowly released through the drip system. No flooding, no excess, just enough. This moment was critical, because seeds are fragile. Too much heat, they die. Too little water, they dry out. And the Sahara Desert is unforgiving. Temperatures stayed high. The sun was constant. The wind was strong. Still, the seeds remained underground, silent, invisible, waiting, because real change starts where you cannot see it. This was day one of life, but no one knew yet if anything would grow. Before we continue, do you think these seeds survived? Comment survive or failed backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next, we see the first signs of life. Days passed. Nothing changed. The sand stayed hot. The wind kept blowing. The surface looked empty, silent. Still, under the soil, the seeds were fighting. Fighting heat, fighting dryness, fighting the desert itself. Then, something small appeared. A tiny crack in the soil, almost invisible. Then, a thin green shoot, breaking through the surface. This was the first sign. Life. A pumpkin sprout. In the middle of the Sahara Desert. This should not be possible. Pumpkins are sensitive plants. They need stable conditions. But here, the sprout survived. The roots had adapted. They reached deeper, searching for moisture. The drip irrigation helped, slowly feeding water. Drop by drop, the green shoot grew stronger. Leaves started forming, small at first, then wider, healthier, brighter. The desert was no longer empty. For the first time, there was green. And this changed everything. Because if one plant can grow, more can follow. Before we continue, did you expect this to happen? Comment yes or no backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next, growth becomes unstoppable. At first, the growth was slow, careful, uncertain. But then, everything changed. The pumpkin plants started growing faster, much faster than expected. Leaves expanded, wider, thicker, darker green. The vines began to spread across the soil, reaching out in every direction. This was surprising, because extreme heat should slow growth, not increase it. But here, something was different. The constant sunlight was giving the plants more energy, more light, more photosynthesis, faster development, and the drip irrigation kept the roots alive, balanced, stable. The combination was powerful. Sunlight above, water below, perfect conditions, in an impossible place. So, the vines covered the ground, green lines across the desert. The Sahara Desert was changing color, from orange to green. And this was only the beginning, because next, something even more important would appear. Flowers. Before we continue, did you expect faster growth in the desert? Comment faster or impossible backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next, the first flowers will bloom. Then one morning, something new appeared. Small yellow shapes, hidden between the leaves. Flowers. The first pumpkin flowers. Bright, delicate, full of life. This was the turning point, because flowers mean one thing. Fruit is coming. Pumpkin plants produce two types of flowers. Male flowers and female flowers. Only female flowers can grow into pumpkins, but they need pollination. Without it, no fruit. In normal farms, bees do this job. But in the middle of the Sahara Desert, there are almost no bees, no insects, almost no life. So scientists had to help. They pollinated the flowers by hand, carefully, gently, using small tools. touching pollen from one flower to another. This moment was critical, because one mistake and the flower dies. No pumpkin, no result. But if successful, something incredible would happen. The desert would produce fruit, real fruit. Days passed. More flowers appeared, more pollination, more chances. And slowly, the experiment moved forward. Before we continue, did you know pumpkins need pollination to grow? Comment yes or no, backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next, the first pumpkins begin to form. A few days later, something changed. The flowers began to close. But this time, they did not disappear. At the base of some flowers, a small shape appeared. Round, green, tiny. The first pumpkin. This was the breakthrough, because this meant the pollination worked. Life had continued. In the middle of the Sahara Desert, pumpkins were forming. At first, they were small, easy to miss. But day by day, they grew. Slowly, steadily, the green shapes became larger, more visible, stronger. Scientists watched closely, measuring growth, tracking size, recording every change. Because this should not be happening. Pumpkins need stable environments. But here, they were adapting. The desert was no longer stopping them. It was supporting them. And then, something even more surprising began. The pumpkins started growing faster, much faster. Soon, they were no longer small. They were becoming giant. Before we continue, did you expect pumpkins to form in the desert? Comment yes or no, backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next, these pumpkins become massive. At first, the pumpkins were normal, small, green, nothing unusual. But then, something changed. They didn't stop growing. Day after day, they became larger, faster than expected, faster than normal farms. The sunlight was constant. No clouds, no shade, just pure energy. And the roots had unlimited space, deep soil, controlled water, no competition. This created perfect conditions in an impossible place. Soon, the pumpkins were no longer small. They were massive, heavy, expanding across the ground. Some began to reach extreme sizes, much larger than standard pumpkins. Scientists measured them again and again. Each time, the numbers increased. This was not normal growth. This was accelerated growth. The desert was producing giants. Bright orange began to appear. The color changed. The skin thickened. The structure became stronger. These pumpkins were adapting, becoming more resistant, more powerful. And then, the shocking truth became clear. The Sahara Desert was not stopping growth. It was enhancing it. Before we continue, do you think desert-grown crops could be stronger? Comment stronger or no, way backhand index pointing down. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next, the final harvest will reveal everything. Months passed, and the moment finally arrived. The pumpkins were ready, massive, heavy, fully grown, lying across the desert floor. In the middle of the Sahara Desert. This should not be real. Scientists approached carefully, because harvesting pumpkins requires precision. Each one was inspected, measured. Some weighed over 100 kilograms, some even more. Their size was extraordinary. Then the harvest began. Slowly, one by one, the giant pumpkins were cut, separated from the vines, lifted with effort, carried into collection areas. The desert was producing food, real food. But the biggest question remained. What was inside? One pumpkin was selected, the largest, the most perfect. It was cut open. Slowly, inside, bright orange flesh, thick, rich, healthy, full of seeds. Everything looked perfect. No dryness, no damage, no weakness. Scientists tested the quality. The result was shocking. The desert-grown pumpkins were just as good. Some tests suggested even better, stronger structure, dense texture, healthy composition. This changed everything, because now the idea was clear. Deserts are not empty. They are untapped. With the right method, they can grow food, even giant crops. And this discovery could change the future of farming. Before we end, answer this. Would you eat food grown in the desert? Comment yes or no backhand index pointing down. If this surprised you, like the video, thumbs up, subscribe bell, because the next experiment will be even more impossible.